from Manchester. Please welcome Belinda Scandal.
Well, a very good evening to each and every one of you, and welcome to this week's episode of Your Manchester Your Manchester. Who's this behind me? Oh, hello, Dale. How are you?
Yeah, right. How you doing?
It's nice to see. Look, we've been joined by Dale Wingbottom, everybody. He's fully in the room joining us today. We're going to meet some of your friends later, aren't we? How's your week been, Dale?
Oh, it's been all right. You know, bit of this, bit of that.
What have you been up to? Anything in particular?
Well, not much. We've been locked down, haven't we?
Well, that's true. Well, we're kind of out of it at the moment now, aren't we? But the thing is, we're not really out of anything, are we, at the end of the day? Because nothing really changes. Because, you know, London doesn't like Manchester. There, I'll say it. I don't even care. Have you ever been to London?
I have.
Did you like it?
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's not Manchester, is it?
Whereabouts do you herald from?
I'm from Lee.
From Lee? You're a Lather.
Oh, aye. I love a bit of lobby, me.
A bit of lobby. Which is basically corned beef hash to the rest of us. Now, we have got a marvellous show lined up for you today. I can't even tell you how many guests we've got on. We have got it jam-packed. We're catching up also today with some stories that we've been dealing with over the past few weeks, and now we're going to be catching up with them as well. But to find out what's on the show, this is what's on the show. Just click off it. There we go. So our first guest today is a man that's made a living with art, everybody. Now he's been hello. He's been ever so clever with his art over the past few years. Now he comes from a lovely place called Wales, where men are men. And so mostly are the women, if you talk to my dear friend Dr. Beverly Ballcrusher. In the interim, though, we are bringing him on now because he's going to be talking about his collection of art, his unique style of art. So let's welcome Mr. Nathan Wyburn. Hello, Nathan.
Hello.
How are you doing? Are you okay?
I'm very good. How are you?
I've not seen you since Cardiff Pride a good few years ago.
I know. We had a good time though.
We had a really good time. You've just gone on to bigger and bigger things. You always seem to be stood next to a celebrity with a wonderful collection of food-based art. So perhaps describe to our audience exactly how you go about your art.
So basically I make portraits of famous people, but using everyday materials. And the thing that I probably use most is food, so pizza, spaghetti, ketchup, anything really.
If you were making something about me, what would you be making it out of?
I think I'd probably go for maybe lipstick. I've done a lot of lipstick with kisses on my lips, or maybe some red pen inspired because I'm a bright ginger.
You've got to be ginger. You're ginger, aren't you?
Yeah. Here we
go. It's important to be your hair's grown an awful lot since I've been cutting that off and using it to make a new wig in a few weeks, me. Times are hard.
Brilliant.
Where did the idea come from to start using food to create your art?
Well, originally it was a newspaper headline about Simon Cowell that said, "You love him or hate him." And I thought, could I do a portrait using Marmite because they say you love it or hate it? And I put it on YouTube, and it just went insane.
It has gone insane for you, hasn't it? You've had books out as well. You've got a book out at the moment, haven't you?
Yes. So I've just independently released my second book. It's called Pop Tart, and it's celebrating 10 years of my work. So I'm really thrilled with it.
It's amazing what you do. Now, what are you working on currently at the moment?
So I'm currently playing with a few new materials, which is exciting. I'm working on a much larger scale. I've got a little bit of work coming up with Now TV on a new TV series, and one or two movie related things as well.
Tell us more about that then.
Well, I can't say too much because of embargoes.
Oh right, I see.
The world we're in.
I know, it's strange.
But I've got some stuff coming up in the window displays of the Wales Millennium Centre as well. Exciting.
Which part of Wales? Are you based in Cardiff or are you further out?
I'm based in Cardiff, but originally from the valleys.
From the valleys.
Yeah.
Where did the love of art come from for you then?
I'm not too sure really, because nobody in my family is particularly creative. Probably going to kill me for saying that. But yeah, I just kind of loved always loved drawing. in school, and my teachers really pushed me, and I studied at university, and I took it on to Britain's Got Talent in 2011, and it just kind of spiraled.
Spiraled. Did you like doing art at all, Dale?
I was all right at it.
Yeah?
Yeah, not too bad. I mainly did finger painting.
I do that too.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah. I've not got toes.
You've
So,
not got toes, just fingers.
so just fingers, yeah.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
You should use your nose.
You could use your nose!
I could use my nose. In fact, I did once, and that's how I ended up with this unfortunate colour.
I think it's gorgeous. And I'm loving your eyelids as well, I have to say.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. So, your art then, when did you get interested in art?
I think it was probably about 8 years old. I can remember drawing like Power Rangers with my dad and stuff like that. And they just kind of noticed I was quite good at it, so I used it as a mechanism to escape all those like teenage, angst and all that as well. I was bullied quite a lot in school, and I used artwork as something I knew I was good at to prove that I wasn't as worthless as I was being called by these bullies, you know. So it's now the thing that I love most about myself, the fact that I'm a ginger, I'm proud member of the LGBT community, and I'm a crazy creative person, and I love it.
And was it always portraits for you, or did it start off on a different way?
Yeah. I think in school they encouraged you to try a bit of everything, obviously. But it was the portraits that definitely meant something for me. It's something about somebody's eyes, the individuality of everybody's faces. It's really good fun to do.
And who's been the favouriteest piece of work that you've been asked to create?
I think definitely presenting something to Dame Shirley Bassey was amazing.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Proud Welsh boy. Yeah,
that is amazing. You know Shirley Bassey, yes?
I do, yes.
Yeah, she's good with her fingers. Apparently she's good with the gold fingers.
Oh.
Yes, apparently.
I'm saying nothing else.
Say nothing else. So it is fascinating then that you've used this pain within your life to develop what is now for you a full-time career, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And I actually, people ask me what my inspirations are sometimes. Actually, in a funny way, it might even be those bullies. That determination to succeed, I guess, is kind of comes from a place of really just wanting to do well and proving them wrong.
It's amazing. And you say you're working on something for the TV at the moment, but are you still creating and taking? You take what's the word where people pay you basically to do these work? Commissions. Thank you very much. Yes, you still do commissions, are you?
Yeah, so especially after Christmas, people get a lot of things for their family members, pets, favourite celebrities, all that kind of thing. So that's kind of like my bread and butter, I guess. And then the biggest stuff for like the stars and brands and adverts and stuff. That sort of comes, every couple of months. But the money's better than the little ones,
Yeah. And are you always commissioned to make food-based products, portraits?
Not just food, but I recently did something for the B&Q, the hardware store, using their leaf blower. So I had
a leaf blower?
Blow all these leaves in this massive back garden, and that created a portrait of Mona Lisa.
You should take over from Art Attack. Is it Art Attack?
Neil Buchanan.
Why have you not got? Is this something you're working towards then without giving anything away your own art program?
Yeah. I mean, it's the one thing on my list that I've not achieved yet. I'd love that sort of Art Attack style show. Maybe aimed at sort of GCSE age, just when they're really exploring the world and exploring their creativity. I'd love the idea of just making art using absolutely anything with a massive budget of a TV show, so I can go bigger and make amazing stuff.
It'd be amazing. How have you been coping throughout lockdown? Where is Wales at the moment with their lockdown? Are they done, or are they not having one, or are they just Welsh?
We're just Welsh. We're about to go back into some crazy thing. We're not allowed to serve alcohol, and pubs are not allowed to open past 6 p.m. Just loads of stuff. But I've been alright actually. I had COVID in my house. My best mate had coronavirus, who I live with, and I was really worried about that. But I've actually been busier than ever because I think people are thinking outside the box, and they've been approaching me to make a lot of creative stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been alright.
So you've not felt the need then, like what Boris would have us doing, of retraining, because, you know, art isn't like wonderful.
No, exactly. Well, when he said that, I was actually in a supermarket, and it came over the tannoy that I can buy a sweeping brush for 15 pence. And I thought, right, I'm going to buy this sweeping brush and retrain as a cleaner and make a portrait of Boris Johnson. So I did use the sweeping brush.
Excellent. Well, listen, Nathan, thank you so much for your time today. Best of luck with everything, and always a pleasure to speak to the people down in Wales.
Yeah, lovely.
I can say I love you in Welsh, Dale.
Can you?
Yes. Bah. Now then, thank you very much, Nathan Wyburn. Right then, everybody, we're now going to hand over to a lady that's not been on the programme for a while, and she's going to tell us about winter warmers. This is our Charlie Hewson site.
Hello my loves, it's Charlie Hewson Sykes with this week's Booze and Bites. This week they're finally letting me say the C word. No, not that one. Christmas. And I've got a couple of recipes for you that will help make those winter days a little warmer. First off, I'm going to suggest that instead of a standard mulled wine with red wine, you actually have a look at doing one with white. Take 2 bottles of white wine of choice. Add about 300 millilitres of elderflower cordial. You can pick it up in most supermarkets, easy to get hold of. Then you want a little bit of sugar, about 2 tablespoons max, because there's quite a lot of sugar in the cordial. Then you're going to want your spices. I'd definitely go with cinnamon and cloves. I'd maybe add in something like cardamom and some citrus peel. I would, because you've got elderflower in there, use lime. Tie it in a muslin bag and put it into the liquid. So add the liquids together, put the muslin bag in, and then turn on the heat. Really gentle. You don't want to boil it, you just want to bring it to boiling point. Let it simmer for a bit. Make sure you're happy with the taste. You can always add a bit more sugar if you want to. And serve. It's a really light take on what can be quite heavy flavours. The second one I'm going to suggest to you is a bit more local. We're going to do a twist on a mulled cider. So you want about 1.1 litres of cider. Pick something pretty decent. There's loads of good ciders out there now. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add about 200 millilitres of Salford Rum's dark spiced rum. This has got burnt caramel in it, so it's going to give it a proper toffee apple sort of flavour. About the same amount of water, about 100 to 200 grams of sugar. Measure it to taste, see what you prefer. And when it comes to the spices, you can go all in. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, all those winter warmers, maybe even a slice of ginger or 2. Again, muslin bag, use an old dishcloth, tea towel, whatever works, tie it in a knot, put it in. And the same method applies. Bring the heat up gently till it gets to a boil, simmer it for about 5 minutes and taste it. Make sure you're happy with it and then serve it. You can get loads of really good hot toddy glasses this time of year as well. And it looks so good with a stick of cinnamon as a garnish. So there you have it, 2 winter warmers. I know the Christmas markets aren't happening this year, but this is about as close as we're going to get. And at least we don't have to stand outside in the cold. I mean, unless you want to. But personally, I'm going to sit inside in my pyjamas and drink wine. Yeah, see you next week.
Hello? I can't hear anything. I could hear before. Oh, I can hear you now, slowly. I can hear you now. I can, very, very quietly. Hi, how are you doing?
How are you? You okay?
I'm all right, thank you. Now I'm a patron of your Manchester as well.
Yes, I know. Thank you very much for doing that. What does that mean to you, being a patron of your Manchester?
No, do you know what? I'm so passionate about the work that you've been doing. You've been going now, what, 2.5 years? And I'm just really sort of I love the fact of you sort of opened up a whole new world to Manchester and Greater Manchester in the different conversations and the topics you had, and it's fun, but also it's serious when it needs to be.
Yeah, it is. Now, listen, you've got a marvellous event coming up on the 10th, I do believe. Perhaps tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so with normally we're coming up to the festive season. We're normally at sort of having carol concerts and sort of something at the cathedral or different events taking place. But this year we decided that what we're going to do, because I'm also a trustee of the LGBT Foundation, to look at let's try and make it a little bit lighter for someone and let's have a bit of fun. So we're going to have it's actually called the Foundation Festive Pabluza. And it's going to be hosted by Owain Wyn Evans, so another Welsh person on you mentioned this evening. It's going to be free. It's going to be streamed by YouTube Premiere, but we are asking if people can donate a little bit because the charities have sort of suffered quite a lot over these last few months. So it'd be great if people could, but you don't need to. But if you just go over to LGBT Foundation /festive, you can find out the details of how to get tickets there. And I noticed by looking at the running order, Belinda, that you're actually singing as well. You're doing a number for us.
Well, do you know, there's a few people done a Christmas song over the last few years, so I thought it was about time that I did. Normally, I can't stand Christmas because I always get to February and think, I wish I hadn't ate so much. I wish I hadn't eaten so. Do you have that problem, Dale?
No, I'm quite good. It all goes through me.
On that, but you see, I must admit, I've actually seen the video that you sent in because I'm working on the running order, and I was well surprised by it. Actually, you surprised me with how good it is.
What was you surprised by? My vocal talents or my wonderful slim physique?
Your vocal talents, but how the fact that you actually you drew it in and you resonated with the song that you're singing and making it very powerful for what is a joyous time, but you've done it in such a lovely way. And I was surprised at that because I've always seen you sort of do it a bit more blasé and a bit more fun and having fun with it. But I was actually drawn into actually listening to the song and to actually watch you perform this.
It's been a joy, actually. I shouldn't say this perhaps, but it's been a joy sort of having a break from singing because I've been able to find the voice that I had that I've had to push so much while I've been working in the cabaret clubs because you have to because sound's always not perfect. So it's been nice doing that. And that song is called "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." The words, I don't think they've ever been so meaningful as of this year.
And I think that's it. I think because I was literally listening to it all, and in relation to the others, because we've also got Jay Sky, who's performing. We've got the Sunday Boys. We've got Rowetta. We've also got, and I see you've got Alex Stewart on this evening as well, and the Manchester Lesbian and Gay Chorus. Out of all of them, for some reason, yours is the longest.
It's only 3 minutes and 44 seconds.
It's 4 minutes exactly. I'm working through the running order.
When you've had this much time off, you take any opportunity to get I'll tell you, it's crazy. I was getting excited about us coming out of the lockdown, and then I thought, actually, it means nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. In fact, we're worse than what we were before we went in it. Because before at least we could go in the spa and the steam room in the gyms. I can't do that now.
No. How do you think Manchester's faring now we've gone into Tier 3? And as a caveat to that, do you think on the 16th we will move into Tier 2?
I think it would be very strange to go back into it. I think we should, but I think it'd be very difficult to do it because the government, in one sense, have sort of been saying that it's not going to come into effect. Because if we think about it, the rules changed last week, and it's took them a week to get to where we are now. So it'll be around about the 21st, 22nd that got relaxed anyway. When they're having a free for all from the 23rd, which I think is ludicrous personally.
Just before we get you to re-plug the event that you're doing,
yeah.
When as LGBT, well, first of all, LGBT czar, as I call you, do you think us being in lockdown for this long will have a negative effect on the LGBT community?
Yes, I think for their mental health, just for the fact that not going out and being able to be them true selves, being locked in houses and having to self-isolate with people who may be homophobic, not being able to, part of the release, even if you are, if you're not open and if you're still sort of quite insular in yourself, going to work or just going for a drink on a Friday after work, or going into the gay village, or walking through the gay village, or mixing with other people who accept you for being who you are, you've had all that taken away for the last 10 months. And I think, the whole situation with bars and the venues and just not being able to sort of go out, and not having pride events that people look forward to, it's going to have a massive effect. And I think this will be something that we will be talking about for the next 15, 20 years.
I think it absolutely will be. Once again, when's the event on, and how do people find it?
The event is next Thursday, the 10th of December. It's on YouTube Premiere, and you go onto Eventbrite. But if you just go onto lgbt.foundation/festive, that's lgbt.foundation/festive, you can find out the details there to register. And as I say, it's free. And if you can just spare a couple of quid just to sort of support, to support the services that the foundation do, that would be much appreciated. And, we've worked hard to get a good lineup on this, and I'm really excited and really looking forward to it, because it's the first time we've done it as well.
I think it's going to be fantastic. And again, I think the lockdown has taught us how to do these fantastic events. Carlos and Behan, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you. We move on then to a gentleman that popped up on this very programme literally just a couple of weeks ago now. Now, he brought on Beck Gilroy's jewellery, everybody, and we're going to find out exactly how that's done. So let's welcome back Mark Llewellin. Hello, welcome back, sir.
Hello, nice to be with you.
Look at your wall. That's
It's like an end of the Pier National Gallery.
End of the Pier National Gallery. Now, because you were on the programme, drumming up supports for people to invest in buying these wonderful pieces of art from Julie Goodyear, aka Beck Gilroy, Beck Lynch. How's it done?
Fantastically well. It raised just under 16,000, which is fantastic. Who knew that the birdcage earrings that you tried on the other week would fetch 2,500?
I feel dead sneaky about that, because somebody's fully bought them thinking they were virgin property of Julie Goodyear. Actually, they've been on Belinda Scandal's ears, but ask me if I'm bothered and I'll tell you, not one.
No, well, the handbag as well that you had, that sold for almost £1,000. So you tried on about £3,500 worth of stuff the other week.
Well, that's me all over. Inflammable fabrics. I tell you, I don't know what the world's all about. It's very, very strange. So, what went for the most then? Was that the earrings?
Yeah, the birdcage earrings went for the most, followed by the handbag. So you chose well.
I've got good taste, I really have. The only other thing that I wanted was the pearls.
Yes.
I wanted them pearls.
I think they went for a couple of hundred.
Really? See, I could have bought them, couldn't I? I've just not had any time. It's terrible, Dale, when you're busy.
I know, it's horrible, isn't it?
It's terrible. You've been busy though, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've been making all sorts at the moment, but we can talk about that later, can't we?
Then. Do you know who Beck Gilroy is?
I do, yes.
Yeah. So we had her, not her personally, because she's at a farm.
Yes.
Yeah. And she had her jewellery on with us.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And it's done wonders, hasn't it? So this money, of course, all goes to a very particular place, doesn't it? Where's all the money going to?
Yeah, so it's all gone to Willowwood Hospice, which is based in Ashton-under-Lyne, easy for me to say. And then we followed that up with 2 films, which again we talked about the 60 years of Coronation Street. They come out on the 9th, which is next Wednesday, and they'll be available through the hospice website for the next couple of months.
It's amazing, isn't it? So you've raised all this money. Now, without putting too much of a shine on it, that money will help out an awful lot, won't it? How much will that money help?
Well, I mean, it does cost an awful lot to run the hospice. So it's £2.5 million a year has to be raised. And when we're operating full services, which obviously we're not at the moment, it costs about £2,500 a day because all the services we offer are offered free of charge.
So it's a fantastic figure that's been raised from the jewellery. But this hospice could do with more. How's it suffered throughout this pandemic?
So obviously things like charity shops, all the events that raise so much money throughout the year, because of shielding and things, a lot of the volunteers haven't been able to work. And a lot of the services have suffered in so much as we do lots of clinics and day services and things for people with dementia and things like that. And obviously we haven't been able to do that. We've still been able to have inpatients. I think we're one of the few hospices in the UK that have been able to keep the full inpatient services open. And we've operated as much as we can, but like everybody, it's been a big juggling act this year.
Yeah, but it'll come back, won't it?
Oh, it will. I mean, I was at the hospice last night decorating all the Christmas trees, and some of the staff seeing the Christmas decorations going up were in tears because the nursing staff, because they just, obviously in a high pressured environment, but they just felt it was another step towards, I guess, something familiar and comforting.
Yeah, it's about getting normality back now into these beautiful sanctuaries, I suppose, for people, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And the hospice is just that. You must, I know you've been invited to come and visit us perhaps next year, but you've got beautiful gardens. You must come to a cocktail evening. We have cocktail evenings there. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like a hotel really when you go in, and fantastic gardens and things like that. So I know people probably have preconceived ideas of a hospice, but it's not like that.
So if people wanted to donate now, even though the auction's gone, how would they go about doing that?
So the hospice website is willowwood.info. And if you go on there, there's lots of ways to give. You can buy Manchester Bee t-shirts. There's even a Willowwood gin. So you can always buy something online. And as I say, the Coronation Street videos are available to watch for a donation at home from the 9th of December, Coronation Street's birthday. But they're there for 2 months, so there's no hurry. Maybe that makes a good gift for people who are stuck in and love the old Coronation Street, because it's all about Pat Phoenix and Bet and Alec and Betty and Stan and Hilda. So it's right up your street as well, Belinda.
It is. I don't know where I put Pat this week. I've not only got a picture of Pat right behind me. And my Buddha. We've got a new set ready for Christmas, so everything's kind of set this week. It looks good though, doesn't it?
Yes, and I did spy her earlier. I think she might be over to your left somewhere.
It's amazing. Well, thanks for keeping us updated on that. And like I say, viewers, we are going to be doing something very special in the new year from Willowwood, so keep your eye out for that. And with Mark himself, we're going to be doing something very special based around the Coronation Street legends, everybody. The legends. So thank you very much, Mark Llewellyn. Okay then, now if you are getting a bit down within life, then we do like to bring up these numbers once a week for you, so we're going to bring these numbers up for you now. Don't get down. These are the numbers to contact should you feel the need to speak to somebody. The numbers are, of course, the Samaritans 116123, or mine on 0300 123 3393. Calm, I've got to learn to breathe. Calm on 0800 585858, or Sane on 0300 304 7000. So they are all there. Now, tonight's show, everybody, is a wonderful show dedicated to all these events that are coming back to us, and the marvellous people that do it. We are now going to speak to one such person all the way from NHS. And this is, of course, strictly NHS, so let's bring in Andrew. Good evening, Andrew. How are you? Okay?
Evening, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Your wall's looking good as well. I love a panelled door.
Yeah.
It's looking... This has been the good thing for me, Dale, with having to do the interviews from people's houses. I can have a right good nose in people's houses.
It's nice
to
look into it.
I'm terrible, aren't I? I'm terrible. So tell us about Strictly NHS then.
So it was dreamed up by our director, Alison, who runs the Crown Ballroom in Blackpool. And during lockdown, very early on, her and some of her team were just thinking about what they could do to support the NHS and give back. Because obviously during the lockdown, the first wave of the pandemic, there was a lot going on, and the NHS were under pressure. So they dreamed up Strictly NHS. It was, for them, it was the obvious thing to do, bringing the dance world into the NHS world to raise money. So it was an opportunity for people to apply to be contestants and to get the opportunity to dance in the Winter Gardens Ballroom on the 26th of February next year. So we had over 2,000 applicants. We whittled that down to 100, and the final 12 were announced yesterday.
That's amazing. So what do they have to do then to take part in this wonderful event?
So the 12 finalists have now got, in January, they'll start with 6 weeks training on whichever dance they've been given with a professional dancer. And they'll work together to generate sponsorship and funding for all of this, because obviously all the money goes to the NHS. And then on the night, they will do their dance Strictly style. We've got judges. Ian Waite is our presenter for the evening. I can't announce the judges just yet. We've not announced them, but they will be announced soon. But yeah, it's going to be an absolutely fun evening. Pro dances, singers, brilliant.
How difficult is the dancing that these relatively newbies are having to take on?
It will be difficult. They'll only have 6 weeks, and they've got dedicated amounts of time to do that, and they can have extra time with their professional. But it is about learning a new technique, and it's about learning a new dance, and then obviously doing that on the night in front of a big audience.
Amazing, isn't it? And they're going to be in the glittery outfits and everything?
They are. The amazing thing is as well, we've managed to work with the makers of the costumes for Strictly. So DSI London, who do the costumes for Strictly, are actually supplying us with some costumes for our finalists as well. So yes, they're having the full effect and experience, hopefully.
It's amazing. So once again, when is this on?
It's on the 26th of February at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. And if you go to our website, strictlynhs.co.uk, there's also a Just Giving page as well.
That's amazing. Well, thank you very much for your time today. Strictly NHS. Everybody check out our website. All the details are going to be on there. Like I say, so many events are coming back. So many events.
Brilliant, isn't it? I can't wait to get back to doing events.
No, I know. It'd be nice, won't it, when we can do our real job again?
Aye.
Yes, it will. But of course, you tend to have to have the right weather for it, don't you? So
you do.
What we'll do is we've got more guests coming your way, everybody. We're going to be talking. Look, we're going to be meeting a couple of bears, and not in the way that I normally would, everybody. Oh yes, we're going to be meeting a couple of bears, and that's coming your way straight after the weather.
Good evening, Belinda. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's weather forecast. And I'm Paul Rudd, here at Baiting Dam up at Rishworth. And it's cool, calm, and very serene. And you need to get your winter woolies on. So let's have a look at this week's weather. Here comes the outlook. Take a look at this. Alright, Thursday is looking like rain with the temperatures around 5 Celsius. Friday is looking cloudy with the temperatures around 5. Saturday is looking like rain with the temperatures around 5 as well. And Sunday is looking like rain with the temperatures of 6. So it's time to get that extra layer on. Be careful on foot because Jack Frost is about. And it's now time to hand over back to the amazing Belinda Scandal for this week's episode of Your Manchester.
I've vanished. There I am. Look who's joined us now, everybody. Hey, now fully introduce yourself, please.
My name is Tencent Bear, and I'm the dancing bear from Dale Wingbottom Experience.
Well, you're quite amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, we are talking about bears, everybody, because look what we got sent the other day.
Look at it.
Now, this just proves how far around the lovely Isle of the United Kingdom that our show is going. That our show is, you don't know where to look, do you? Where our show is going. Now, I'm not even going to introduce this lovely little character here because there's a lady here called Rebecca and she's going to talk to us about this lovely. So let's bring in Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello. Hello, you've got now a bear there.
Look, he arrived, I can't believe it, he arrived in a lovely little box and with a card and a CD, everybody. So tell everybody what the bear is and what it means to you down there.
He's our new singing medicine bear. He's a singing teddy bear, so if you give him a squeeze, you'll hear him sing to you.
Can I just say, my other half last night, because he's got, can we just cut to this shot here? Is it, yeah, because look, this, he arrived yesterday and my other, get out, and the other half said, he's got a musical note on his thing, so maybe he makes noise, and I'm like, no, don't be daft, don't. So where am I pushing?
So here also is not.
I'll sing with you. Doopy-doo, 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 doopy-doo.
That's lovely. I'm gonna cry.
And you sang!
I mean, it's a bear for charity. You do not expect a bear for charity to A, be this good quality, and B, to have a voice within that is so prolonged and lovely.
Yeah, the idea is that children in hospital can sing with him. So that's why the bear says, Noah Bear says, go on, sing with me. It's for children in hospital who are very poorly and very isolated. He's our new singing medicine teammate.
It's all about losing your inhibitions and singing, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes you feel good.
Lord, they've made friends. Oh, look.
He's mine.
A dancing bear and a singing bear.
A proper bear and a singing bear.
Yeah.
Because singing is good for the soul, and literally you've summed it up within your slogan, singing medicine. So, and it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what singing medicine's about. When we sing together, cortisol, which is stress and isolation, which we're all feeling at the moment, is reduced. And when we sing together, oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, is released. So it makes you feel good. And so that's what singing medicine does. It brings singing play to children who are poorly in hospital.
And it's amazing. Now, does the bear have a name?
Noah Bear.
Noah. This is Noah Bear.
Hello, Noah.
I can't do the voice because that was beautiful. That reminded me of Sue's voice. Dare we ask who the voice is from inside the bear?
It's Noah Bear.
It's your actual voice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's off again. Oh.
Join in, everybody. Yes, I will.
Oh, let's sing. Doobie-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Doopy-doo,
Doobie-doo-doo.
I love that bit of it. And the little twinkles as well, little twinkles.
Oh, yeah.
If people want to get hold of one of these, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, we're really lucky. Noah Bear's being sold in support of singing medicine. He can be bought at www.bekindSingWithNoah.com.
Oh, let's bring the picture just a little bit higher there, Jonathan. Yeah, shove that up. Look at this, everybody. He is absolutely a joy to behold. He really is. Well, I think that everybody should fully get hold of one of these bears. If not, just for a bit of sensibility and sanctuary is my word of the day. It's my word of the day, it is.
Is it?
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary,
yeah, a bit of peace and quiet. And obviously all money's going to help your wonderful charity, isn't it? What type of things will that help with?
Well, at the moment, we're not going into the hospital to visit the children at bedside. So we're not going into intensive care and all those places. But the children are still there and they're still isolated, even more so. So we make films now with Noah Bear to send to the children so that they can sing with us and Noah Bear through their little personalised singing medicine postcards. And Noah Bear has his own YouTube playlist as well with lots of songs and singing games.
He's got more than us. He's got more
Yeah.
He's got more than me. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary conduct. Well, listen, thank you very much. I really, really do insist, in fact, I've cut to that shot. I really do insist that people, that people, that people get behind this bear, everybody, and fully support Noah Bear. The money we're shot there. The money is absolutely going to be imperative to a lot of children, and of course, the voice is in there as well, so it's going to help the children relax a lot as well. So thank you very much, Noah Bear. There we go. Right then, everybody, let's have a quick talk to you and what you're up to these days.
Oh, yeah?
Because you're part of the Dale
Wingbottom
experience.
That's the one.
What experience is that?
Well, it is an experience. It's a fun variety show for all the family. You know, there I am. Yeah. So it's fun for all the family. You know, usually it's in a live environment, but obviously with things the way they are at the moment, we are online. Yes, you can catch us on YouTube and on. Sorry, they're confusing me here. Oh, there we go. Yes. So we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, and we are on Facebook.
You are.
And TikTok as well.
And TikTok, that's the one thing that we don't...
At Real D Wingbottom.
Real D Wingbottom. And there's quite a few in the cast, isn't there?
There is, yeah. So there was Dale, who was on earlier.
Yes.
It's his show, really. He should be doing all this. He's too shy. I think he's got cotton mouth. Anyway, Belinda, I forgot to ask.
Yes.
Are you doing all right yourself?
I'm doing all right, yeah.
Good.
Just glad to be at the house.
Well, it's rude to ask a lady your age.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
I think that's the same answer, isn't it? Somewhere between 40 and death, I tell you. Yes. Oh, classic. Oh, amazing. Now, listen, we have got to wrap up the show in a minute, but before we do, though, we're just going to bring up a quick VT about an event coming up on the 11th of this month. It's all about Prevent Breast Cancer, everybody. A fabulous event we're going to do, myself and Michelle Eagleton. Let's have a look at what you can expect.
Join us for the Prevent Breast Cancer virtual Christmas celebration.
That's right, it's on the 11th of December, 7 p.m. Now, what can they expect?
It's going to be festive and it's going to be fabulous. It's hosted by me and the lovely Belinda Scandal. We're going to have a host of things to entertain you, from musicians that are super talented. We've got choirs. And a few faces these guys might recognise.
So that is the 11th of December, 7 p.m. Tickets?
Well, you just have to go to the Prevent Breast Cancer website and it's all there for you. Tickets are free, but any donations are really, really welcome. And it doesn't matter if you're young or you're old, just come and join us.
Indeed, 7 p.m, 11th of December. Be there or be...
Father Christmas?
Okay. Getting very Christmassy.
Oh, it is, isn't it? I hate it.
You hate Christmas. I just love the food. It's very dangerous, especially at mother-in-law's. We get to Christmas pudding time, and they put brandy on something that's been soaking in brandy for the past 9 months.
Oh yeah, I like that bit.
And then they add brandy sauce, brandy cream, and by the end of it, lovely. I'm drunk. I don't even know where I am. Now, one person who's keeping the Christmas spirit going even throughout this time is a gentleman called Mr. Alexander Stewart, and he joins us now to tell us about his brand new single. Hello, Alex, how are you?
Hello, Belinda, I'm pretty good, thank you. Very good.
You've got your tinsel up already in the background.
On my little George picture.
Are you fully ready and geared? Well, you are geared up for Christmas, aren't you? Because you brought out this song. Now, it's a song that we'll all recognise. Tell everybody about it.
So, one of my idols is the late, great George Michael. And there's a plethora of brilliant tunes that he put out. But obviously the Christmas classic, Last Christmas, is something that everybody knows and everybody sort of loves and sings alongs to, gets you in the festive spirit. And I really wanted to rework the song and put it out in a way that kind of was respectful of the song, but still had that kind of spirit of Christmas, but make it my own as well. So there's a whole new arrangement of a single that's coming out on December 4th. You'll be able to download it on Spotify and iTunes, all good streaming platforms. And it's a really lush arrangement with beautiful piano, some gorgeous strings arranged for the recording as well. And that comes out on December 4th, which is this Friday.
Now, what are you normally up to? Had we not been in a pandemic, tell everybody what you'd normally be up to.
Well, I mean, normally this time of year, obviously, as you know, we'd be working, we'd be in bars, restaurants, all those kind of places that are unfortunately shut in this Tier 3 circumstance we found ourselves back in Manchester. And very much like yourselves and other performers and musicians and the beautiful drag queens across Manchester in this beautiful city, we've got nowhere other than this online platform to perform. Which is a bit difficult, but you've still got to kind of battle on and try and keep doing stuff. So obviously this single comes out on December 4th. It's nice to have something to look forward to. But as well, the song's being used in a couple of different things this Christmas, which is really lovely. So the North Care charity, which is my local NHS charity here in the Northwest, they're going to use the song in a Christmas campaign, which will go alongside a compilation of video messages from the public just for this time of year, thanking the NHS and the brilliant work that the North Care charity do. And then obviously you had the wonderful Carl Austin Behan on earlier, who mentioned about the LGBT Foundation, who have their Festive Palooza, which I know you're singing on as well. So I'm in good company.
I think I've done what you sent a video out to everybody and just asked them to leave me be. You've had to leave me be. I've just put the same song out everywhere. I have done well. I can't stop looking at you and thinking we look awful similar.
Is that a compliment?
Are we the first to play that? Yes, it is a compliment. Are we the first to play the song out?
You are the first people to play this out, yeah. So the song comes out.
Exclusive in there.
Yeah, you can get world exclusive. Go for it. So you're the first people to play it. And we've also got a couple of different bits going out this week on broadcasts and stuff. So it's quite an exciting, quite a busy week. But it's nice to be able to do something and trying to keep busy in this global pandemic time. Which...
Go on, sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just saying, obviously, during the pandemic, I know Rishi's got this whole retrain campaign thing, but I was looking to basically do some music from home and try and find a way of facilitating that. So I've started a new business as well as a sideline as singing. I'm still going to keep that going, obviously, which is making pieces with reclaimed wooden furniture across for people who are looking for working from home desks, from furniture pieces and all that kind of stuff. But basically all this stuff is bespoke made for you, and it fits around your life rather than buy something that is store-bought that wouldn't necessarily, you'd have to change your room around, change your life around. This is something that's bespoke made for the size that you want and that fits around your life. So as well as the single and the music side of things, I've got that going on as well.
So you're very, very busy. I think what we should do now then is say thank you very much to you now as we hand over and say a big thank you first of all to the Dale Wingbottom experience for joining us. And,
thank you.
Thank you. And I've got a deep voice, haven't I, for a woman? I know, it's terrible. I'm like Phyllis. What we should do then is we should say thank you very much to each and every one of you. Hold on, I need to cough. I had a frog in my throat, but it's better than a toad in my hole. Now, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this week's episode. You've been an absolute pleasure as always. Make sure you keep your eye on the show. And as much as Alexander has given us an exclusive playing his song, this is the first Christmas tune of many to come your way here on Your Manchester. So let's just cast our eyes back, relax, and think about last Christmas. Take care, thanks for watching Your Manchester.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it. With a note saying I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. A crowded room, friends with tired eyes, hiding from you and your solar eyes. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on, a face on a lover with a fire in his heart, a man undercover, but you tore me apart. Now I found a real love, you'll never fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. You gave me away. I'll give it to someone special. A face on a lover with a fire in his heart, a man undercover, but you tore me apart. I'll give it to someone special. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. I'll give it to someone special.